Alright, I want to let you guys know before we got started. Normally on a video like this, I won't cut. However, this time I kind of had to because like an hour just isn't going to cut it as much as I want to. Like, an hour talks about a lot more stuff than normal, and I just don't want to talk. And I like, we're going to want to cut out the stuff that doesn't matter. Alright, let's get started. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Team Talks. We talk about teams. I'm going to start a new segment just so I get more episodes out there called Nightfall with the X. Now, what is this segment going to be about? This segment is just, I don't know, maybe life. I do a lot of lore-based stuff, something. Life can't hurt every once in a while, right? So it's not going to be like human age, it's going to be a little bit about me. Just for the first episode, you know? Over time, I'll probably get more into actual stuff, and I'll only record these when it's like really late at night. So for example, right now it's 1:57 a.m. and I gotta wake up at 5:30. I have an issue with that, and I hope it eventually fix it. However, at the same time though, I'm kind of enjoying doing this, so I might die really young. I don't know. I feel like the type of thing to talk about on this podcast. So let's talk a little bit about myself. Who am I? My name. You're not gonna get my name. You will get about me. My name is TheX_team. Pronounced the X, not Vex. I know some people would like that pronunciation. You know who you are. I'm saying this at 2 a.m., so I'm tired. Let's see. I don't even know when I started like actually posting anything. Give me a second. Let me look at that. Alright. I made my first channel. I made my first channel 2016, so I must have been just a kid watching YouTube then. But I eventually started uploading, like, probably around 2 days ago. No, 2 years ago. That's 8th grade, dang. Yeah, I'm a old head, I guess. However, I'm at 90 subs now, wow. My newest account, and I'm having to check this, give me a second. My newest account, my first upload. Why is Super Mario Z5? I've been doing this for a year. Oh my god, I've been on this for a year. Oh my god. I've been on this for a year, I guess. But like recently, I started back up on. Yeah, dang, 1.4K. What are you guys on today? God. Recently, I started back up on like making shorts and stuff, because shorts gives the most reach. If I could do this with videos, I would. Now, for the next question, is that a bump on my... Why do I do what I do? Why did I decide to do the push-up challenge? Why did I make team talks? What is a team talk? We'll get the answer right now. First up, I want to go with the push-up challenge, because the push-up challenge is probably the most questioned one. why would I do a push-up challenge? Well, you see the push-up challenge? That's probably like, well, it gets engagement because I'm doing push-ups every subscriber. Like, if you subscribe, I'll do a push-up. So you're gonna want to subscribe, or someone's gonna want to subscribe, and then I do a push-up. And I post that video, and then they see me subscribe. So then they see me do a push-up, say subscribe. So I make a new video about that push-up, and then they subscribe, and it just becomes a loop. I don't know, but I also kind of did it because I need to work out. I am weak. I don't go to the gym. I don't do none of that. I'm weak. Now I'm not fat. I'm just not strong. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'll get better at these in the future, man. What is a team talk? These are probably some of my favorite things. Well, I guess you guys don't understand what a team talk is. Basically, what a team talks is like a podcast based system, I guess. Like, it's a podcast, but with non podcasting elements. Like, first off, we haven't done one where we actually talk about life yet. I've been wanting to do that one. I did that one with one of my friends, but I didn't post it. I couldn't. Stuff happened. They can range anywhere from like a minute to like 20 minutes to an hour or two. I don't like that range at all. That's why I'm doing this. It's gonna probably take me 20 minutes, hopefully. Maybe 10. But the reason why I call it Team Talks is because the last part of my name, _team. So I do Team Talks because it talks about teams, but also it's my thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Where I'm coming from? Is that just cancer? I don't know what this is. Whatever. Now you may ask, why would I choose to do? Why would I choose to do YouTube? Got a few reasons. One, I'm just crazy. Maybe someone wants to. That's so stupid. I think I've gone kind of crazy. People might want to just document my crazy, so you can document my crazy now. I almost lost it right there. My fault. Let's see. So now you can document my crazy. If you wait. I also did to support, my dream of not having to go to work, because working is overrated. Well, I take it back. Working isn't overrated because nobody likes to work, but I don't want to be part of that margin that works, if I'm being honest. I want to be able to do this full time. Maybe not this, maybe a little more than this. And kind of make a living out of trying to entertain people. I don't entertain well. I know that. I've been an entertainer. But, I try. Why is my settings tab up? Let's close that. Maybe you can see. Why do I might be asking, why do I sometimes put so much effort in if nobody watches it? Like, for example, Team Talks episode 21, I put a bit of effort in. Like, I went out of my way to check the ratings of each player before the match started. I did a whole bunch of stuff. However, because like it's a YouTube long and I have no traction, it's just not gonna give me anything, you know? Oh, it's 2 a.m. What am I doing with my life, bro? I'm gonna wake up all depressed. I guarantee it. Okay. Anyways, but the other reason was because, well, I want to be able to go like to my parents one day and just say, "Hey, I'm making money on my own." You know what I'm saying? That would do me numbers, you know? Just to be able to tell my parents, I'm able to do something as simple as this and make money. I don't know if they'd be on board at first, probably because of how young I am. Makes sense. However, when they see that I'm even making as little as sense, I can just, because all I need to do is really just upload a lot of videos, hope to get a lot of views on a video, and then all of a sudden I have a subscriber. And it says I can earn $1 per 1,000 views if I get to 1,000 subscribers and stuff. So if I do this required stuff, because I've been earning like good 1,000 views a video, dang near. Not 1,000 views a video, but good like 200 views a video. There are times where I get 1,000, there are times where I get 10. However, it may not be steady income. However, income is income, okay? I'm trying. I'm doing everything I can to balance schoolwork with this junk, I'm trying my hardest. And I hope to one day be able to say to my parents, this is what is earning me money. Why is my editing so minimal is another great question. My editing is so minimal because I just don't know what to cut out. If I was able to cut something out, why would I do it? If there's so many parts I consider good, even if they aren't good, why would I cut it out? Now, the 2 more important questions. First of all, what is the ACFL? And is there a scandal going on right now? Bit of a scandal, I won't talk about that right now. The ACFL is basically just a retro bowl league. That's what I've been getting that's what the team talks have been going towards, talking about the whole time. There's a lore that's almost over because the person I was doing the lore with retired. JSM, what's wrong with you? No, I'm kidding. Thank you for helping me out, JSM. Yeah. But that lore's gonna have to go soon. I might start up some new lore. I'm thinking about it. I am. What is Super Mario Z5? That was a game I was just speedrunning for a bit. It all started back when I was doing live streams. I think it's when I started playing this dumb game. It's not dumb, but you get the point. It's an annoying-ish game. Has a bunch of glitches. Currently have a 753.2 on it. That is the record. So somebody please take that from me. I hate records. Yeah, but I think that's about it, man. Maybe though, school life. You know what? Let's lie. Let's lie. School life is absolutely amazing. I get straight A's. Don't have a terrible teacher. Um, yeah, that's just a lie. I used to get straight A's, and kind of at like a slump in my academic career, or whatever you call that. I have C's, B's, and A's. I might be going, oh no. So I have this teacher I dislike. Won't name this teacher. Um, this teacher, like, I don't know. The teacher, like, doesn't teach it in a way that's accessible to me, and then expects me to understand it instantly, and I just can't do that. Like, we need a few days, and I know we have a few days because you'll be giving us exams every week or two. What are we doing? Instead of exams, we could be using this day to ask questions, teach, make sure your students understand your lectures instead of just being stupid and giving them, like, bad grades for not doing stuff. She let one of the classes use Chromebooks to take a test and then let our class do that. So I bet you what she's going to do is say, well, some of the people did good on their tests and you didn't. So does that sound like something she'd do? Absolutely. I don't know what to do. It's one of those things where it's just going to suck and suck and suck. And my grade is already plummeting, man. Like, I normally don't get all that. Normally, I'm getting, like, B's, A's. I'm at a C, and I think I'm about to go down more. It's genuinely terrible for me. Maybe if the school complains enough about this teacher, they'll do something, but nobody's gonna do it. I guarantee you, everybody's too scared, including me, although I've complained before. I'll say just don't do anything. What do I care, though? Just the X. Trying to get through life. And you may think that because my eyes are dang near closed, I'm about to go to sleep. I'm not. I hate doing that, though. I could probably go for another 10 minutes. I don't know what about, though. Genuinely just gonna talk a little bit about life. Nothing. I don't know. What do you want to go with? I'm gonna ask Gemini to give me something to talk about. I swear, if it gives me politics, I'm gonna crash out. I hate politics more than I don't even know. Okay, I guess we'll use these. I love this. I love this. I love it. I love it. The anti-advice. What is one piece of common advice in your hobby or job that you think is actually terrible, and explain why? we'll come back to that one. I don't want to do that one. What are 3 items under $50 that you can live without? Ah. I don't know that one either. That's a weird one. Why would you say under 50? I'm not doing a day in the life check. Don't like doing that. The unpopular opinion. Dry oatmeal is not that bad, okay? Hear me out. And I don't mean just normal dry oatmeal. I mean, well, sometimes I do, maybe. There's like dry. Quaker Oats does it, right? I think Quaker Oats has like oatmeal. Yeah, they do. They do that. Like, just. There's like oatmeal packets where they'll have like the seasoning already in it, like apples and cinnamon, maple brown sugar, cinnamon and spice. That tastes really good dry too. Now it's gonna be an unpopular opinion because you're supposed to cook it, obviously. And that happens a lot at school. It's like, hey, you're supposed to cook that. Oh my goodness, the X, what are you doing with your life? If you're not cooking your oatmeal, then why would you bring it? It's not their fault either. Like, genuinely, it doesn't sound smart to do it first. However, I mean, just think about it. Like, there's no microwaves at school unless I'm trying to bring one in my backpack, which it'd make it look like a boom boom. We're not bringing boom boom to school, obviously. That was my arm. What? I forget my arm can do stuff like that. It's not very smart. Let me think. There's some. I was talking about dry oatmeal. Oh yeah, dry oatmeal's not that bad. Yeah, we can't bring microwaves to school. If I try and put it in a water fountain, it's just gonna become cold oatmeal, which I hate much more than which I hate cold oatmeal just because, like, with the texture, you'd want it warm. You can't have like cold oatmeal. It just doesn't work. So that's why I go with dry oatmeal. It works. It gives you like flavor. Whatever that is. Okay. Yeah. It's not even that bad too. Like, people in my class making it sound like it's the end of the world. Yeah. It talks about the rabbit hole. Last thing you spent 3 hours researching on the internet for no reason. How to make a geometry dash level with audio that you made. The first thing you gotta do, go to Newgrounds and submit your audio. Then you have to wait hecka long to get scouted. Then you have to go to Elder Moderator on Geometry Dash and then somehow get approved. Now, to get scouted is hard enough. To get approved from being scouted is now to get approved by an Elder Moderator. It's a bit harder. Because it just is. I don't know. They might see some stuff as slop that's just not slop. Yeah, stuff happens. That's different. Start doing X, start doing Y, not doing that. I'd rather die. That's a bore. I'm not trying to get a script, just 30-minute episodes are gonna be the limit. I'm not just going for high engagement, I'm just going for something that works. Oh yeah, the luxury of ordinary things. Now let me tell you about the luxury of actually getting sleep. And this is coming from someone who's, it's 2:22 a.m. for him right now. He has to wake up at 5:30. I've been falling asleep so much. Like after I get home from school, after school, it's not good anymore. Like I'm gonna have to wake up in 3 hours, and this is partially self-inflicted. I'll give it that. But yeah, just 30-minute episodes are good. I apologize. I don't know. I don't know. A hill I'm willing to die on. I'm willing to die on the hill that dry oatmeal is probably one of the best, one of the, yeah. One of the best snacks to bring to school. I'm not doing this one right now. Advice to my 5-year-old self. I decided I'm just gonna veer off of these topics. I feel like I want to talk a little bit more about me. If you got to the end here, you're at a really good portion of the video. This is probably the portion where I tell you, I guess this will be the portion where I tell you about my fear, because everybody has their fears. I have a bunch of fears actually, but like, I don't know. Like I'm scared of heights. That's a fear. Scared of like, sorry, 40-50% of bugs, like spiders, yeah. Spiders somewhat. Cockroaches, yeah. You know, stuff like that. Flies, I'm not scared of them, but I will kill them. Maybe that's just not a fear. Maybe it's, I don't know. I'm not like deathly afraid of spiders, but you get the point. I'm not deathly allergic to. I said allergic. I meant afraid. So we're gonna go into just my biggest fear. My biggest fear is that in the future, why am I trying not to laugh, bro? It's so genuinely serious. Probably because I'm embarrassed to talk about this, just because I am. Why does it look like I'm about to fall asleep? Not yet. You know, this will be past 30 minutes, just so I can talk about this. I don't care. Also, there'll be no cuts, because, cutting, this is, like, stupid. Before I get into my fears, I want to talk about why I'm making this segment. This segment, the Nightfall segment. I'm sorry, my friends might laugh at that. The Nightfall segment is gonna be my favorite segment, because this is based on a person you've probably heard of him, named Dano Draws. He's on YouTube, has like a few million subscribers, yada yada yada. I like watching his videos, and I like the energy he puts into them. I watch then you watch Rumble Pack, which is like one of the podcasts, the podcast he's in, and you see that he's a lot more off the rails and like, I don't know, a bit more insane. Then you then he has a channel called Dear Dano. Dear Dano is what this is all based off of. Dear Dano is just what Nightfall is. What the Nightfall podcast, the Nightfall portion is. This is basically where like he's like deep with the viewers. He gets to talk about, himself and ask about just how life is. He talks about like struggles of life, how there's one about Valentine's Day. There was definitely one about depression somewhere up in there. Stuff like that. And I don't think I'm depressed to that point, but like, this will be like my therapy session or something. I don't know. I don't really care. Dang, 2:28. I guess I'll be up past that. In that case, let me go and set my alarm. I'm holding a Chromebook right now doing this. 2? Oh, I'm so glad I clicked the right button. I'm just gonna set that alarm though. 5:30. Ooh, he's editing his alarm. Ooh, he's editing his alarm still. I'm gonna go with 5:45 on my loss. Yeah, I'm gonna be kind to myself because I did not set myself up for success today. I'll say the tons of words not on this podcast. I don't. That's okay. But like, genuinely, it just when we like to talk about life, make sure I have something to talk to, because in the most respectful way to like all my friends. So I have a few friends. I got my friend groups. I don't think I have like one person I feel fully safe like talking to with my emotions and stuff. That's the whole thing. I just, there's nothing against them. Like, I can talk about it if I wanted to. It's just like, we usually don't like have time to talk about emotions. Usually it's either jokes or games or all that fun stuff, It's all fun. I'm not gonna say I don't enjoy it, because I do. We're gonna go under the covers for a bit. Yeah, that could actually be a segment, like the under the covers segment for like my deep stuff. That's smart, because it's like keeping a secret. That's gonna be part of the podcast now. I'm glad I thought of that. Oh my god. I'm gonna die tomorrow. I'm trying to play some flag football. I'm gonna get 2 hours of sleep. That means I've been up for like 22 hours. What are we doing? 21 hours of sleep is not good. Okay. Just ignore that. Just ignore that, I guess. Yeah, like, I don't really have like a real friend that I talk to about my emotions and stuff. Like, at my school recently, the most I've really talked about my emotions is like, hey, how's your day? Cool, how about you? Good. Glad to hear it, man. I'm glad to hear you're having a good day. Or something like that. Because, like, it does, It does upset me, I don't like having to do all that every day. like there's some times where like I don't know. I feel like there's just gonna be a time where I need it, and it's just never gonna come. You know. That's not the fear. I haven't even. I just yapped for 8 minutes instead of getting to the fear. What the heck? Genuinely deserve to die for that. That's a joke, somewhat. Not even somewhat. That just is a joke. Mm. So, anyways, my biggest fear is fourth. I hate that, man. I want to be a lot more serious with that, so I'm gonna turn down my brightness. Yeah, now it just looks like you can't see, so I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be here. That's a good volume. No, that's good. That's good. My biggest fear is the fear of being alone. The fear that one day I'm just gonna somehow stop talking to all my friends. Cause at the moment I have really bad social anxiety. So like, well, let's say pretty bad social anxiety. Like I can't like it's getting much harder as time goes on to make new friends for some reason, and that's pretty weird to me. But it's true, I guess. I've been like there are days where I just keep to myself. I mean, I've been interacting in group chat a little bit as of lately, but there's like I think it was summer break. I didn't I really not blocked everyone out, but like I was really like out of it. Not out of. Oh my god, I keep messing up. I'm trying to talk about something serious here. I feel like I just don't. Oh my god, I can't get this stupid thing. Like I feel like I just didn't talk to enough people over that spring break. No, over the summer break, that just didn't feel useful, you know? I just felt like a break from everyone, and a break from everyone is not fun, let me tell you. And it's no talking to people, no doing this, no doing that. It's pretty upsetting. Not upsetting, it's pretty not fun, if I'm saying it. Genuinely, I've been trying to talk to people. Not about this, of course. Just talk to people in general, and it's okay. I feel like with the way that I act nowadays, which is a lot crazier than I am on Team Talks, which is hard to believe, but it's true. I act crazier than I do on Team Talks. And it's like kind of scary because if I act that crazy, I'm scared to talk to people somewhat. Scared to talk to new people. Let me make that clear. New people. That's why social anxiety exists for me. Because new people. Anybody I've made friends with, I can make friends with. Anybody, like if one of my friends introduces somebody to me, I can make friends with them. Like normally, I'm not gonna say like severe social anxiety, but like it's like an issue where like I don't know, I'm scared I'll mess up something. I just don't talk to people, you know? Don't talk to new people. Not a good place to be in because by trying to avoid new people dang near, I don't get. I think I'm using the words wrong because it's not fully like that, but it's more like. Dang, my lips are terrible. feels just like scary to talk to someone new because I don't know the person. The person could just be rude. There's so many things that can happen. Yeah, even when I'm talking to like the cashier of the place, like it just doesn't. I don't know. Something wrong with me, I guess. I'm not gonna. Actually, I kind of do. Another issue I've had is like I can't keep up with new people. No, I can't keep up with people from the past. A few examples include friends I've had, kindergarten through third grade. That, of course, is old, so you can. There is an understanding of okay, maybe. Had a friend from sixth grade that like is just in the group chat. I just don't talk to him. Had another friend who left, I think, eighth. Barely talked to him. Have a friend who left this year. Haven't talked to him. Have a friend who talked. Have another friend who left this year. Talked to him, but it's like haven't talked to him a lot lately. At this rate, when like college starts, because basically the only the big way I've been talking to people recently has been through, just real life. So after school ends, I thought I was about to sneeze again. Okay. I hate that so much. People are just gonna go away. Some people maybe are gonna say, "Oh, we're fake friends." Some people might be like, "Oh, fake friends." I don't think that's gonna happen. That one, I don't think it's gonna happen. But it could. I don't know who'd do that, but it could. And there'll be people who move away, and I never see them again. It's a whole thing, man. It's I don't even know what to say anymore. Yeah, but I feel like if most people move away or like I just don't see them again, how am I gonna know? How am I gonna be able to make friends with new people? And I tested it kind of. It takes me like 11 days to be able to attach to somebody, but like that's if they start up a conversation. And that's been the only way, meaning it. I sound like I'm in a voice crack, but I'm not yet. Gosh, I hate talking about myself like this. It makes me feel. Just die. Oh my God. I can't do that. I cannot do that. I can't. Bro, it's just. Bro, that's my dark jokes coming back to bite, bro. Like, I can turn up like this for like. Yeah, that's just like some terrible dark jokes. Like, I can't be like, when I do this to myself. It's just stupid. And I make jokes like that, and I don't feel that way at all. I want to make that clear. No thoughts whatsoever. Not call anybody. It's not gonna do anything. I don't have any thoughts. I might have issues, but I don't have thoughts, okay? Make sure. Don't. It's not that serious. Like, that's something that'll probably never happen to me. I'll probably, like, die of old age or maybe starvation if somehow I'm homeless and don't eat for enough time. or no, it'd be dehydration. Never. It won't be, what's it called? I'm not, no. I'm not somebody that's gonna do that to myself. I'm not. There's more to life than that. Just like how I'm not ever gonna drink or do drugs. It's like Dano said, the person that I talked about earlier. There's no way I'm gonna get out of that. There's no way I'm gonna fight that addiction. So the best way to fight it is make sure it never starts. I followed that logic beforehand. Actually, we're gonna put this back on so we can talk more about my loneliness. Lonely. I feel like the closest friends I've had at the school as of now, it's weird. They're two different group chats I'm part of. They're against each other, so it kind of, I think they hurt my reputation on both sides. I don't really care either way, but it's more, no, I can't say that either. I'm just glad that they somehow let me do this. I'm cool with it, man. Like, I don't know how to explain that. I'm not gonna try. There's like 2 people who know about this channel. If they actually care, they'll watch this video. They probably don't care. Maybe they do. I don't know. Hey, watch the hour-long thing if you haven't already. Just saying. Oh no, it's gonna be 2 hours and 45 minutes. Why did I do this to myself? I'm gonna not get this. What? Oh my god, no. Whatever. Yeah, but I can't. But like with the people, I forgot what volume I had myself on. I think it was this. Dang. All Team Talks episodes. I have 22, soon to be 23. Wow. Oh, this is technically like episode 22. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to talk about now. I know I am somewhat crazy is an understatement. But when I do try and be normal, I get like criticized for it. So I do just end up sounding crazy either way. Like, I guarantee it. Like, if I go crazy, I need to restart that sentence because it's not gonna work. I'm going to bed at 3. I don't care anymore. If I'm not done by 3, I'm going to bed. I'm going to just end it wherever I left it. I'm just gonna stop it right there. Shut up. Yes. You know what's fun? I just want to talk about it. Oh yeah. And like, I know I'm not the best at school in terms of behavior. Not because, like, teachers don't get me in trouble. It's the students, I guess. They think I'm crazy, and I guess they're not wrong. I am definitely crazy. I'm definitely not mentally right at times, I guess. That got dark. Let me turn that back. There are definitely times where I'm not, like, mentally well, but, like, when I'm not crazy, I'm either messed with or like, it's usually messed with. And then because I'm like, come on, dude, or whatever, I'm fighting back against being messed with, I look even more crazy, which kind of gets irritating after a while. I'm just trying. It's the way of the world. I hate it all, bro. Why would I put myself up to this? I'll be up to. Let's talk about what I'm up to. 3 a.m. doing every night. As of 3 a.m., I'm casually making music. I've been checking my channel out a little bit lately, trying to like do a small amount of research on how to gain subscribers, but the rest of it's just mainly looking at stuff. I kind of want to talk. I kind of want to go back into talking loneliness because it's a fun topic for me. It's not like loneliness isn't like I'm just alone. It's more loneliness isn't. I don't know who to talk to my emotions about, so I've been keeping it to myself this whole time, and now I'm starting to get sick of it. So I'm using this podcast as a way to do that for me. Could never do something like that. Oh my god, actually burning to my eye. Oh my god, give me a minute. Yeah, I want to end this kind of quickly. I don't want to end it though. You know what? While I'm here, time for me to do a chess game. After this, my Chromebook, I think my video gets corrupted right about this point. Yeah, my video got corrupted after like 59 minutes, so I'm unable to continue this video. I'll probably link the chess game in the comments, and I'll probably link the chess game in the comments, but this is the end of the episode. And so I've been thinking I'm gonna have a new catchphrase for the end of an episode of a Nightfall episode. And to you, I bid you adieu. So, right? Yeah. And to you, I bid you adieu. Good night.